All right, hello geometry students. We're going to go over the Geometry A Quiz 5 version 1 on similar triangles. I'll do a couple videos here. We'll start this video, we'll just do problems number 1 and 2, and then we'll have other videos for the other problems here. But you've got the instructions if you're looking at your paper quiz. For 1 and 2, it tells us on the paper that each pair of triangles are similar, and we're going to fill in the blanks. So here we're talking about side AB corresponds to something, side BC corresponds to something. That's what we're looking at for number 1. So one thing you might do to help yourself, especially if you're a more visual person, is you might color code. I've got colorful markers here, and so let's see, where can I find on the board? But let's see, we'll put this in the whatever color this is. When we're talking about sides that correspond, the trick is that corresponding sides are opposite from equal angles. Okay, so that's the idea. So when I say, all right, so side AB, here's side AB, but it's supposed to correspond to another side. I go, so what's the other side? So yeah, I'll start with blue here. So side AB, I'm going to color code that as the blue side. And I don't know if you can pick that up in the video very well, but and so okay, so in the other triangle, what looks like a smaller version. All right, well, how do I know which of those 3 sides corresponds to AB? Well, we're going to look to go opposite from equal sides. So, equal angles, opposite from equal angles. So the question is, side AB, what's the angle that is opposite from? So if you go across the triangle, and we get this 32-degree angle. So in the similar triangle, the smaller version, I go, okay, so, I see a 32-degree angle. I'm going to keep that as blue. And what's the side opposite HM or MH? Okay. They are both opposite from 32 degrees. Do I have space there? So here we're talking about we're opposite from a 32-degree angle. That's how I know they're opposite from the same angle. Corresponding sides are opposite from equal angles. Opposite 32, they correspond. Similarly, BC, well, it's just a different side. I'll color code that in red maybe. So there's side BC, and I say, all right, so over here, which side corresponds? Well, we look at the opposite angle. So BC, if I go opposite, if I go across, I'm at a 67-degree angle. So when I go to the similar triangle, I go, ooh, that's got a 67-degree angle also. What's the side that's opposite? MJ or JM? Either way. I don't care about the order. Oops, that's technically supposed to have a little bar above it. Okay, they are corresponding sides because they are both opposite 67 degrees. Okay. Corresponding sides are opposite from equal angles. One more on number 1. AC, I'll go with green for AC. So here's side AC. Now at this point, you could use process of elimination to say like, there's only one side over here we haven't used. This is the last side we haven't talked about yet here, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be HJ or JH. But let's have a good reason for that besides process of elimination. If we talk about the same thing again, corresponding sides are opposite from equal angles. So side AC is opposite from an 81-degree angle. And so I go, ooh, this one's got an 81-degree angle. And what's the side length that is opposite from? Well, there it is. It is HJ or JH. again, why are these two corresponding? Why are they corresponding sides? Because they're both opposite an 81-degree angle. Okay. So yeah, when we get to the second page of the quiz, we'll use these corresponding sides to help us solve for side lengths. But right now, just being able to identify pairs of corresponding sides is pretty big. So this is a video, so you can pause it if you need, rewind, etc. But I'm just going to get right into number 2. And there's a little bit more. Oh no, never mind. So we're told we've got our similar triangles. Again, it tells us above that they're similar on the paper above. And we're given that side SR corresponds to side PZ. We're given 2 other pairs of corresponding sides. And now we're asked to find equal angle measurements. The measure of angle S is equal to the measure of what other angle? Same thing with R and X. So here we can kind of use similar reasoning as number 1, but it's just in reverse. So knowing that SR, I'll do that in blue, knowing that SR corresponds to side PZ, there's side PZ, I can talk about the angles from which they're opposite. And whoops, I might be having technical difficulties. I don't know if that's still recorded. My computer just went to sleep. But okay, so if I look here, I go, all right, so SR is opposite angle X, and PZ is opposite angle M. So it's just the reverse of number 1. Sides that correspond are gonna be opposite from equal angles. So that tells me that angle X and angle N are equal. So where am I here? Angle X, I'm gonna jump down. That's gonna be equal to the measure of angle N, because they're both opposite sides that I'm told are corresponding. They correspond with each other. Okay. SX corresponds to NP, so I'll do both of these in red. I'm gonna get a different red marker because that one's a little bit not showing up great. That's a little bit better. SX corresponds to NP, so then I go, oh, all right, well, corresponding sides are opposite from equal angles. So SX is opposite from angle R, and NP is opposite from angle Z. So these 2 angles that I did in red, they must be equal. So what do we have? Angle R, we just said, is equal to the measure of angle Z. Excuse me. And then, so again, you might say by process of elimination, we've only got, one more angle we haven't used, so angle S is the only angle we haven't done. But let's go through the logic. RX, I'll do in green here, it corresponds to NZ, there's NZ. So corresponding sides are opposite from equal angles. So what's opposite from RX? Angle S. What's opposite from NZ? Angle P. So angle S and angle P must have equal measurements there. Okay, let's box those in, make those answers obvious. But there you go. So there's number 1 and 2. Just that practice of corresponding sides. Corresponding sides are opposite from equal angles. So we'll do another video on the rest of it. So look for that.